In a small, fading town in Pennsylvania, nestled between dying trees and long-forgotten railroads, there stood a crumbling radio station. WKR-103, once the heartbeat of the town. It had been silent for over 20 years, until one night its signal came back. Elliot, a college student studying broadcast journalism, had returned home for break. Always intrigued by the ghost stories surrounding the station, he decided to investigate after hearing that someone had picked up a live transmission from WKR-103. This is WKR-103, bringing you the voices that never die. That was all it said. A cold, staticless voice, repeated on a loop. Elliot was skeptical, until he tuned in himself and heard it at 3:03 a.m. The broadcast ended abruptly with a strange click, like someone hanging up an old rotary phone. Fascinated and a little unsettled, he decided to explore the abandoned station the next night with a small portable recorder. The building was the sign outside hung sideways, the glass door barely holding on. Inside, the walls were stained, the equipment ancient, but oddly, the on-air sign above the booth was glowing red. He stepped into the control room. The old mic on the desk turned toward him by itself. The air shifted. Something invisible was breathing in the room. He pressed record and whispered, "Who's broadcasting?" No reply, just static from the speakers. Then, a voice. "I've been waiting for a voice like yours." It was his voice, only older, slower, tired, coming from the speakers behind him. He spun around, but no one was there. The mic turned again, this time toward the dark hallway behind the booth. The voice returned. Tell them what happened, or stay with us forever." Suddenly, the monitors on the wall lit up, showing surveillance footage, old tapes from the 90s. In one, a man sat where Elliot was now sitting. He looked identical, same hair, same face, but he was terrified, screaming silently. Behind him stood figures, translucent, still, watching. The tape ended with the man turning to the camera and whispering, "Don't come back." But Elliot was already in too deep. The mic flared with static. The walls began to hum. A cold wind burst through the booth, though every window was sealed shut. "Now it's your turn," the voice said. Elliot reached for the door to run, but it wouldn't budge. The on-air sign above him began flickering violently. "You are listening to WKR-103. This voice is no longer available, but yours will do nicely." The screen on the console now showed a live broadcast. His face, his expression, his fear. He screamed, and then the screen went black. "Today, if you tune your dial between 3 o'clock and 3:10 a.m., some say you can still hear a faint, desperate voice on WKR-103 calling for help, begging someone to turn off the mic. But the broadcast never ends.